Okay guys, we are back today with a spring update, 10,000 mile update of my 2017 Ford Focus ST3. Pretty much we're going to call it a spring update because it's spring and it's pretty warm out today, so I just actually started driving the car a few weeks ago. I took it on about a 3,000 mile road trip a few weeks ago. I drove down to Florida and then I went up to Richmond, Virginia. So that was about a good 3,000 miles. The car did great. It was actually really comfortable to drive. The Recaros are starting to break in now, so it's really nice. But anyways, the car sat all winter long, as you really can't enjoy it, especially when it's all snowy out and stuff like that. So I just drove my beater cars around to work and stuff like that. I really don't drive this to work because it's just going to throw a lot of miles on it, so I take it out when it's nice. Just to keep it nice, because I do plan on keeping this for quite some time. As you can see, I've done quite a bit to it. It looks really good. I would like to apologize for the wind noise and possible freeway noise if you can't hear it. I'm filming on my iPhone 8 Plus, so it's not the highest quality, but it does a pretty good job. So anyways, I figured I'd bring you guys an update, as I do have right around 11,800 miles. And so I didn't have the chance to make a 10,000 mile update because I did roll it when I was on my trip. So anyways, so I'm gonna pretty much comment because I really did get a good chance to know this car on that trip. 3,000 miles worth. So I drove the car to Florida, and I drove straight to Florida right after work, so I was exhausted, and it was about a good 20-hour drive, and the car did about 25 to 29 miles a gallon. That's about what I got roughly, and I was doing about 80, 85, so I wasn't necessarily going the speed limit. I really wanted to get there, so I did make some time. But anyways, yeah, we'll start with the things I did do, because in the spring was the last time you guys did see the car. I got Focus RS wheels, and I actually did drive to Chicago to get these. They were brand new in the box. The guy bought a Focus RS, and he put new wheels on it immediately. So I just got the wheels. I had to get the TP/MS sensors on, and I had to put tires on them. So I paid, I think, around $500 or $600 for the wheels, which was a fair price. And most of you guys are asking, why didn't you get the forged wheels? Well, I like this design much better. I like the spokes, I like everything. The only thing I don't like is that they have the RS in it. I'm not trying to be an RS, I just think the wheels look really good. And yeah, that's the only thing you can see, those DRS. I like the multi-spokes because it hides everything behind the wheel, and you know, the brakes aren't nothing to, you know, show off or anything. You know, they have nice red calipers, and that's about it. But I think they look really good for the car. They're 19 inches. I did put Michelin Pilot Sport AS3s on it. They are nice. They're, I think, a 45,000 mile tire. It's an all-season performance tire. I didn't want to go crazy, as the roads aren't good here, so it really wouldn't be good to, you know, go with the full summer tire. But yeah, those Michelins weren't exactly the cheapest, but they were worth it. You see the mud flaps, they do their job well. I had the car seat quartzed as well, so if you guys don't know what seat quartz is, it's a really nice coating that if you do want to wash your car, you can pretty much power wash it, and it's clean, and it makes it really glossy looking, so it looks really nice with the seat quartz. Also did a RS spoiler. So yeah, if you know the Focus RS, it does have the spoiler with the RS in it. I actually had that filled in and paint matched to my car, so there's that. It does have the RS spoiler. Again, I'm not trying to be an RS, just the RS has nicer counterparts from the ST, and a lot of the ST guys are starting to find this mod, and they are starting to do it, which I'm not the only one anymore, but it's still pretty cool to have, and I really do think it makes the car look really nice. But that's about it as far as visual mods. I got little overlays for the ST badges. There's quite an aftermarket support for the STs. I mean, everybody has this car, so everybody has an ST these days, so it's really nothing too special, but I've done the things I wanted to do to it, and I think I have the nicest looking ST. And of course, everyone's going to say their ST looks good, but I really do think this looks good. I'm debating on whether or not to take the fog light film off, as I don't exactly love it or hate it, but it's just at the point to where if I wanted to take it off, I would have to take these covers off, and this is Lamex, so it's pretty much like glued on there now, so that would be just a pain in the ass to take off, so I'm probably not going to do that anytime soon. If anything, I'd probably get new foglet housings to justify that. I was going to get a shark fin antenna, but I decided against it. I think that looks well, that antenna, so I don't really hate it. But that's about it. So we'll step on over to the interior, as I did do a few things to that as well. I do apologize. I haven't vacuumed it since the 3,000-mile road trip. So yeah, the interior is wearing really nice. I am super gentle on this interior. There's no creasing. I mean, there's a little bit, but it's not a lot, especially since I'm not a small person. So I do really try to take care of this the best that I can. It does need a good vacuum, and I'll get to that when it gets a little bit warmer out. So we'll start it up. So, as you can see, the mileage is actually 11,584. I bought the car at the end of June, so yeah, I'm trying to keep it as low mileage as I can. Not necessarily for resale value, just I do plan on keeping this car for quite some time. So I'd like to keep the mileage, you know, not insanely high, but I will drive it when I want. Everything else is wearing really nice. I bought some leather door skins for this. I do have yet to get those put on, but I will have some leather in here in the next video. Steering wheel is wearing nicely. I'm trying to keep, you know, I'm trying to hold it very little. I don't want it to get all shiny and gross. So I do hold it down here. It's starting to get a little shiny down here, but otherwise, I've been keeping really nice care of the wheel. The heated steering wheel is really nice as well. I mean, I haven't used it and don't drive it in the winter, but I mean, we've had a rough spring, so 55, it's nice to have that when the wind is getting cold. But yeah, so turn the fog lights, automatic headlights, and I am quite a fan of the swiveling headlights as well. That's really nice at night. And when I'm driving a car that doesn't have the swiveling headlights, it's pretty hard to not like want that feature, because it's a nice feature once you start driving with it. So yeah, now I'll remove this can right here. So if you guys are Focus people, ST people, or any Mark 3.5 Focus people, so this is actually a cup holder from Europe. The European Focuses do get this cup holder, which is pretty much, it just gives you this cover right here, and you can actually adjust what you put in here. So it's really nice to have that, and you can also slide that, and you can store a drink. I mean, this isn't really on scale for size. It's bigger, quite a bit bigger than a bottle of water, but a bottle of water fits nicely in there. So when you're shifting, the cup holder or the water bottle is not in the way when you want to shift. So even this can right here, I mean, it's a really nice feature I added, and that was not cheap as well. It was more or less an impulse buy. But it's a direct swap, so you have to take the whole console out, and it was fun. I had some help from some friends to install it. So I mean, I really wanted the lid though. I really like that. It cleans it up. Now I did lose the lighted cup holders, but ooh, big deal, lighted cup holders. I'm not worried about it, and plus I like it shut. So when we had the console out as well, we put a short throw shifter in. Now I bought this short throw shifter from Ford Performance. Again, that was not another cheap mod, but if you have a Focus, I strongly recommend you get a short throw. So it's like height wise, it's way shorter. So I can just slam it into gear now. I mean, and I do have a short shifter bracket under the hood. So I mean, this is, actually, I should probably have my foot on the clutch first. So there's first gear, second gear, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. I mean, you kind of have to shake it around to get it in the right gear, but it's not as confusing as when you're driving. Then you have your reverse lockout as well. So it's a direct forward part, and it swaps perfectly. And actually, it's built a lot better with billet aluminum and stuff. So it just makes shifting a lot nicer. So we'll pop the hood. And I also got a Pro Clip phone mount for my phone. So that is really nice. It's molded and it holds your phone. So it's nice to see that when I'm driving, I can have my phone right there, and I can have Waze pulled up. And I have a short phone charger, so it just plugs in like that. And I got these Focus inserts, and they've been around for a while, but they actually didn't fit the cup holders. That was for a 2012 to 14 model Focus, so I had to trim those mats up, which wasn't, you know, I wasn't too disappointed. They weren't very expensive. And I had the car, had an oil change before I went on my trip. Actually, I'm going to get the oil done probably this weekend. I would like to start doing it like 3,500, 4,000 mile intervals, just so I have it nice and documented for a Carfax. Say I do ever want to sell it. I'm just going back here. Again, I don't carry people, so the seats don't get used at all, really. I try to take other people's cars when I go out. But there's that. There's my wallet, actually. Should probably have that up there. Armrest and all that good stuff. But if someone does want to sit back here, they can fit comfortably. I went taking on a road trip, but you know, just across town, it's not bad. It's totally livable. And there's that. I have my key in my pocket, actually. And so coming to the trunk, this carpet isn't, it's a pretty cheap carpet material, so it does hold on to dirt and hair and all that. So I'd probably get a WeatherTech cargo liner. I'll probably order that soon, just so I have that in there. And I have the subwoofer. I would like to work on the sound system at some point, but that's going to be down the road when there's more aftermarket support for those. Otherwise, I mean, there's the Focus. Not other than the things I pointed out, not a whole lot going on with it, as is a new car. But if you guys have heard about C-Course and you do feel confident enough to take it on, I would recommend doing a C-Course to your car. Of course, you need to play bar it and compound it and everything, but it's really nice. So under the hood, there's that Steeda intake, FS Works short shifter bracket, which is what makes the shifting really nice. Other than that, I haven't tuned it or anything yet. I may get bored with the car in a couple months and just decide to tune it at some point. I'll probably get a Steeda tune on it. But again, I don't know. I don't want to really void the warranty until the car is out of warranty. It's plenty of power for me and plenty of fun. There's just the way it is. And I might mess around with a possible aftermarket exhaust, a Ford racing one, of course, which is obnoxious. Or I might get a Ford Focus RS rear bumper with the taillights and the bumper. So let me know what you guys think. If an RS rear end would look nice. I'm not going to do a front end swap, but I just want to keep my options open. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the quick update on this car. As usual, thanks for watching. We'll talk to y'all later.